Good Novatos, thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous here, coming at you from the studio. We're going to be looking at or revisiting my Plex audio system that I've owned now for a little bit over a year. So I guess this is the 1 year review of the Plex audio. As you can see, I'm on their website. They have a lot of good stuff, and I also have it here. It's a heavy unit. I'd say it's about I can't remember how much it weighs. I think it weighs about 12 pounds, if I'm correct. I have a video on how much all the extra stuff on my bike weighs, in case you guys were wondering. But yes, anyways, here it is. I've had this for a little bit over a year now. I don't use it that much, mainly because I'm always motovlogging. I'm always talking to you guys on the camera or whatever, just motovlogging. And just to kind of prevent having copyrights strikes on the channel, I just went ahead and I keep these off. I usually, when I'm not motovlogging, I'm listening to my tunes, and these speakers, they sound amazing. They're crystal clear. They have some bass there too. They're awesome, and they look pretty good. As you can see right here, this is my Plex audio unit. And if you're wondering how come this one looks a little different, as you can see, the grill kind of meets up with the housing of the Plex audio, and this one, as you can see, there's a little bit of plastic around. These are the basic ones, the ones you see on the over here. These are the marine grade speakers, so that's the difference. That's what you're getting. And if you look at their website, they have a few different customized units, as you can see here. And the housing itself, it looks really good. I like the way it looks. I like the way it fits with the fairings. I'm gonna set these down because my hands are getting a little tired. If you look at their website, they've made some adjustments. They've made some improvements. As you can see, this looks pretty good. The way that they've added their Instagram, social media to the website. You can see what other people are doing. I've seen a few units where they've painted the speaker grill to kind of, just to give it a customized look, and it really looks really. As you can see, this one right here, the housing is kind of like a painted gold. Like I said, some of them are actually painted just the speaker grill, and it just really stands out and makes it pop. Good. When I was looking at speakers and I was looking at the fairings, I believe the main reason why I was growing towards or considering a Road Warrior fairing, not only because it looks good, but because of the Plex audio, the speakers, it looks very good as well. The whole unit itself, it looks good and it sounds amazing. I've owned the Amazon speakers. I've owned some eBay ones, which are pretty much the same. They're the Boss. I can't remember off the top of my head. I still own those on my other bike, and like I said, I've owned them on previous bikes. And I've also had some other ones that are a little bit more of a costly price range, and honestly, there's not much of a difference between those two lower options. And this one, like I said, they're really clear compared to those other speakers. I have some sound bites that I'll play in the video so you guys could compare them. But I mean, it's all going to come down to your price range or your budget. If we look at the price right here, as you can see, we're looking at $864.99. Now, considering what Harley-Davidson offers and what some other high-end speakers offer, this is a complete unit. It's a closed unit. You don't have to move anything. A lot of those other units that I've purchased that are a little bit more or less expensive, more affordable, you would have to find a location to kind of put your amp. Then you have to wire your amp to your speakers, to your control, etc. So there's more labor, there's a little bit more technical installation when you're dealing with those speakers. With this one, like I said, it's a closed unit. It's a self-powered, reliable, or whatever you want to consider it. It's a closed unit, so you don't have to move stuff around. You have your amp inside of the Plex audio housing, and then you'll also have your receiver your Bluetooth receiver and you have the speakers, so you don't have to move this stuff around, or you don't have to find or try to locate some kind of a area for you to put the amp, and still consider it being weather sealed and weatherproof. There's also some other factors that you have to consider, vibrations and it's just all kinds of different things. And with the Plex audio system, that pretty much solves most of those problems. A lot of these parts are high-end parts, and you could pretty much, by just looking at the cost of these parts, you could pretty much just tell and see that there's a high quality in the items that they're using. And if we've seen the recent news with the 2021s, Harley-Davidson also partnered up with Rockford Fosgate to kind of provide a better quality of sound on their specials and the CVOs and whatever you decide to kind of upgrade to a stage 2 sound or whatever they want to call it now. As you can see, yeah, the prices, this is high quality stuff that they're using. A lot of people in the comments have been wondering, hey, what else can I use to kind of get a better sound? And let me tell you, these sound really clear. They have good power. You can hear them at 70 miles, 80 miles per hour on the freeway, highway, and they just sound clean. I'm happy with the overall look. I'm happy with the sound. There isn't much to kind of say other than, yes, they're expensive, but they look freaking awesome. They just look great on the bike. And like I always mention in some of those videos, they're big and round, and you could probably see what I'm talking about. But you know what? Let's go into some of the cons with the price being mentioned. When it comes to the cons, you can't really say much. It is what it is. This is high quality stuff here. We have high quality amps, speakers, marksmanship, quality of everything, and it's just gonna cost you what it is. And like I mentioned earlier, when you consider the prices on some of the other options, we're looking at about $600 for that for the one that John Maxwell has on his bike. The price between that one and this one, it's not too far off. And then if you look at Harley-Davidson options, they have about $400 options, which are that bullet speaker design that I have on my other bike, and those are about $300, almost $400. So once you consider the other options, you're not too far off from having this simple installation speaker system that's going to sound great and it's going to look great on the bike. Except for if you have a quick detach, as you can see in some of my images on Instagram, the unit doesn't look too good on the bike. It looks a little ugly, but yeah, I mean, you can just see the back of it. It ain't nothing pretty to look at, but it looks really good with the fairing. And like I mentioned on some of the brackets, you can see here they have a full list of what this is gonna fit. And I like that they offer all these options. I believe when I bought my speaker system, they only had the universal bracket, and now they have all these other ones. They added a couple more options here, and I really like that they've done that, because I used to get a lot of messages, hey, will it fit this, will it fit that? I don't know. I got it from my Road Warrior fairing, and it works. It fits perfect. It fits very good. But let's get into the fitment thing. I also installed these with my stock risers on my Lowrider S, and if you guys remember, there is a couple dimples. Let me see if I can get it right. So you can see right here and right here. As you can see right here, those are the dimples from my risers. And then if you look down over here, right in that same area, this is just from the risers from my 10-inch Kraus risers when I changed them. All right, so now we come down to the part of the video where what happened with my Plex audio. The left speaker gave out, sounded muffled, and it's just something that I know it wasn't Plex Audio's fault. They're warranting, or they're trying to guarantee that that Rockford Fosgate is going to work The speakers themselves are made in China. A lot of the comments on the announcement of Harley-Davidson using Rockford Fosgate, they were criticizing Harley-Davidson for using China-made products.
You don't like, you don't buy.
But let's be honest, not everything's made in in the United States of America. But anyways, yeah, the speaker gave out, and for someone that's not using the system 100% of the time when I'm riding, like I mentioned, I motovlog a lot. I talk to the camera, and I can't have music playing in the background for my videos to get copyrighted, so that's why I don't really use it that much. And considering that I've only had it for a year, you know, less than a year when the speaker gave out, I was a little disappointed mainly with Rockford Fosgate. And then I was also disappointed because I was reaching out to Plex Audio, and this was right around the time the pandemic was happening, sheltered in place. They also moved their company from Hayward down to Florida, all the way over to Florida. So I don't know if it was based off of the logistics. Maybe they weren't set up properly or something. I know there's a huge factor to consider when you're moving a company from one side of the country to the other. I understand that. You know what? I'm not gonna get into it. That's it. You guys just stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.